Hey everyone, this is Taz and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make 3 amazing dishes. So for that, first we need to pressure cook stew cut beef in the Instant Pot. With the pressure cooked beef, I'm going to show you guys how to make 3 delicious dishes. So it's going to be beef sandwich, beef cutlets, and homemade beef samosas. So the cooked beef and the stuffing can be made ahead of time. So these are time saver recipes. So guys, let's get started and let's make 3 amazing dishes with the beef that's cooked in the Instant Pot. Let's first season the beef with some spices. So here I have taken stew cut beef. So this is half kilo or 1 pound. So adding half tablespoon Kashmiri chili powder, half teaspoon turmeric powder. So next adding 1 teaspoon cumin powder, 1 tablespoon coriander powder. So I have added all the Indian spices. You can literally add any kind of seasonings or spices that you would like. So next let's season with 1.5 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon ginger garlic paste, or you can just add grated ginger and garlic. Finally, let's add 1 teaspoon garam masala, my favorite spice. So I do have the recipe for making homemade garam masala, the easiest recipe. I'll post the recipe link in the description below. Check that out. So give everything a good mix. So we have seasoned the beef. Now let this marinate for like 10 minutes. Don't have to marinate for longer. If you prefer, you can marinate for like 30 minutes. So next let's add the marinated beef to the stainless steel pot. So I'm gonna pressure cook the beef in the Instant Pot. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can pressure cook in a regular pressure cooker. So we don't have to add water in the Instant Pot. While pressure cooking, liquid will ooze out of the beef. There will be like half cup liquid towards the end. So just give it a mix. So let's close the pot with the lid. I'm using Instant Pot Ultra model. You can use any kind. So let's select the pressure cook setting and set the time to 25 minutes. So beef has to be cooked for 25 minutes. That's when it will be fork tender, and we have to set the pressure to high. So let this pressure cook for 25 minutes. So clicking start. It's been 25 minutes, pressure cooking has completed. So let the pressure release naturally for 8 to 10 minutes. So after that, let's do a quick pressure release. So it's been 8 minutes. So let's press the steam release valve and let the pressure release completely. Let's open the lid. So here is the pressure cooked beef. So it has cooked perfectly, fork tender. As you can see, there's like half cup of liquid or beef broth in the pot. We did not add any liquid while pressure cooking. This is the liquid that oozed out of the beef. Perfect. Next, let's separate the liquid or the beef broth and the cooked beef. So we'll be only using the cooked beef. So the liquid, it's really flavorful. We can use it while making soups or stews or even for cooking rice. The beef has cooked perfectly, so let's shred the beef. I'm just using a fork to shred it. It's so fork tender and perfectly cooked as we have pressure cooked the beef for 25 minutes. If we have pressure cooked for 20 minutes, it will be a bit firm. So 25 minutes is the perfect cooking time. Keep aside the shredded beef. So this seasoned shredded beef can be used for making a lot of dishes. So first let's make the beef sandwich. For making the sandwich, here I have taken freshly baked whole wheat bread slices. If you prefer white or multigrain, you can take that. Let's smear the bread with some mayo. So I have taken sriracha mayo. Chipotle mayo is also my favorite. Any kind of spread will do. Evenly spread the mayo on the bread slices. So this is what I use, sriracha mayo. It's not that spicy, it's very mild. If you have chipotle mayo, use that. Next, let's top the mayo with the shredded beef. So this beef is really tasty, very flavorful and aromatic. So evenly place it over the bread. And yes, we have to add some cheese. So going to top the beef with grated cheddar cheese. If you have cheese slices, you can place that. So I don't have the slices, so I'm just adding grated cheddar cheese. That's it, guys. We don't have to add any kind of vegetables like onions or tomatoes or lettuce, but if you prefer, go ahead and top with some onions, tomatoes, lettuce or jalapenos. But even without those, this sandwich will taste absolutely delicious. So make into a sandwich. So this is ready. Before grilling the sandwich, here's what I do. I place a few small pieces of butter on top of the sandwich. But if you have melted butter, you can smear the top with some melted butter as well. I have a panini maker, so I'm going to grill the sandwich in the panini maker. Just place it. So if you don't have a panini maker, if you have a grill pan, you can even grill the sandwich on that. So close the panini maker and the butter will melt and will make the sandwich really crispy, and it will have a beautiful, nice golden color. And it's done. Look at this. It has turned really crispy and golden. So let's remove the sandwich from the panini maker, transfer it to a plate. Trust me, guys, this is one delicious beef sandwich with the beef that's cooked in the Instant Pot. So we have seasoned the beef, so this is very flavorful and absolutely delicious. For making the beef cutlets and samosas, we have to make a beef stuffing. So for that, I've placed a saucepan over medium heat. I've added 2 tablespoons oil. So next, let's add 3 onions chopped. Season the onions with 1 teaspoon salt. Next, adding 1 tablespoon ginger garlic paste or grated ginger and garlic. So combine it well and let the onions cook till it turns light golden in color. So it will take a few minutes. After 10 minutes of cooking, onions have started to turn light golden in color. So I'm just combining it well. To the onions, let's add 2 potatoes cooked. So I cook the potatoes in the microwave in the potato setting till fork tender, or you can cook the potatoes in boiling water. So using a wooden spoon, let's mash the potatoes. If there are small lumps, that's okay. So mix it well with the onions. Now it's time to add the shredded beef. So I have used some shredded beef for making 2 sandwiches. So the remaining beef, I'm going to add it to the onions for making the beef stuffing. Give everything a good mix. Adding half teaspoon garam masala. So I'm not going to add any other spices as we have already seasoned the beef and it's very flavorful. So give it a good mix and give it a taste. If you need more salt, add salt accordingly. So finally, let's add some chopped cilantro, 1/4 cup. Our beef stuffing is ready here. So this can be made ahead of time and we can store this in the refrigerator for a few days. So I have taken half of the beef stuffing for making the cutlets and the other half will use that as a stuffing for our samosas. Let's make patties out of this beef stuffing. So using your clean hand, combine it well and make into medium-sized patties. So I have made 6 patties. So we are gonna pan fry the cutlets. So for that, into a bowl, adding half cup cornstarch, and let's add 1/4 cup water to the cornstarch and dissolve the cornstarch in water. It should be cold water. If you add warm or hot water, lumps will be formed. So dissolve or combine it well without any lumps. And on a plate, adding some breadcrumbs. For pan frying the cutlets, I've placed a frying pan over medium heat, adding some oil, like 1/4 cup oil. So I've taken light olive oil. If you prefer, you can deep fry the cutlets, but pan frying is also equally good. So first, let's dip the patty in the cornstarch slurry. So cornstarch will make the cutlets very crispy, and then let's coat with the breadcrumbs and place it on the hot oil. So pan fry over medium heat and let the bottom side turn golden in color, and let's flip this over. Look at this, it has turned golden and crispy. So the breadcrumbs and the cornstarch will make this cutlet really crispy. Both the sides have turned crispy and golden, so let's transfer to a plate lined with a paper towel. Here are the delicious beef cutlets, very crispy and absolutely delicious. So we can enjoy this as it is with tomato ketchup, or we can make into a wrap it in a pita bread or tortilla, or make into a burger or sandwich. So many things we can do with this. So enjoy these beef cutlets. Let's make samosas. For that, we are gonna make homemade pastry into a bowl, adding half cup all-purpose flour and half cup whole wheat flour. If you don't have whole wheat flour, you can add 1 cup all-purpose flour. Let's season with half teaspoon salt. So combine the flours well. So next, let's add water little by little. So I'll be adding like close to half cup water to make a smooth and soft dough. Knead the dough well for a few minutes till it turns soft. Here is the soft and smooth dough. So adding 1 teaspoon oil over the dough and spread it all over the dough and let this rest for 5 minutes. Let's divide the dough into 5 medium-sized balls, so that will make 10 samosas. Since I've taken 1 cup flour, we'll be able to make 10 samosas. So if you want to make 20 samosas, take 2 cups flour, 1 cup all-purpose flour and 1 cup wheat flour, or just add 2 cups of all-purpose flour. So I have this wooden board for making chapatis. So let's dust with some flour and then place the dough ball. So just knead it really well and make into a round shape. So again, let's dust with some more flour and coat both the sides. So using a rolling pin, so let's roll the dough and flatten it to a thin round shape. So if it's getting sticky, dust some more flour, but do not add a lot of flour. Here is the flattened dough. So next, let's transfer this to a plate. I'm going to dust some flour on the plate so the dough will not be sticking to the plate. So roll the remaining dough balls and transfer to the plate. Next, let's warm up the rolled dough. So we're not going to cook the dough, gently warm it up for a few seconds, that's it, on just one side. So as soon as we see some bubbles on the bottom side, we have to take it out of the pan. So I've placed the pan over medium heat and this has warmed up. So don't let the rolled dough turn firm, it has to be soft. So look at this, as you can see, small bubbles have formed. So let's this is how the bottom side looks like. Look at this one. So that's it, and it's still soft. So transfer to a plate, and I'm going to warm up the remaining flattened or rolled dough. Here are the warmed up rolled dough. So next, let's make a glue out of flour. So I've taken 1/4 cup all-purpose flour, or you can take wheat flour in a bowl. So let's add some water and make into a smooth paste. So don't make it watery, it has to be thick and smooth. So this is perfect, keep this aside. So next, in a bowl, I'm going to crack an egg and beat the egg well. So the fun begins. Let's start making the samosas. So here is the homemade warmed up samosa pastry. So let's cut into 2 equal halves. Take one of the halves and let's make into a cone shape like so. So to glue the ends, let's use the flour glue. Apply the flour glue and just wrap the samosa pastry and press it tightly so it will glue really well. We have a perfect cone here, so I have glued the ends really well. So here's a tip: when we warm up the samosa pastry, do not let it turn firm. If it turns firm, it will be very difficult to glue the ends and make into a cone shape. So this is good. Let's place 2 tablespoons of the prepared beef stuffing into the cone. Do not overstuff it, so leave some space at the top. So next let's fold it. So I'm going to apply some flour glue on the ends, and let's gently glue the ends and fold it. So the pastry is really soft, so it will be very easy to fold this. Next, I'm going to use a fork and gently press it on the sealed ends. So this will give a nice fork indent. There will be a nice pattern. So next, I'm going to stuff all the other samosa pastry. Here are the beef stuffed samosas. So these can be made ahead of time and kept in the refrigerator for a few days, or we can freeze this for a few weeks. So next, let's do an egg wash. So that's why I've taken an egg and beat it well using a fork. So using a pastry brush, let's coat the beaten egg over the samosas. So this way, when we fry the samosas, it will have a nice golden color. I have placed a frying pan over medium heat. Let's add enough oil for deep frying the samosas and let the oil turn hot. I've placed the frying pan over medium heat. So after the oil has turned hot, let's drop the samosas into the oil. So I'm going to place like 2 to 3 samosas. It's a small frying pan. If you have a large frying pan, you can place more samosas. And let's fry till both the sides turn golden in color. Flip the samosas over and let the other side cook and turn golden in color. So keep the heat to medium, do not increase the heat to high. Both the sides have fried perfectly and have turned golden in color. So let's take this out of the oil using a slotted spoon and transfer to a plate lined with paper towel so it will absorb any excess oil. So look at these beautiful crispy samosas. So I'm gonna continue frying all the remaining samosas. So beautiful. So this is so therapeutic, taking the fried samosas out of the oil and enjoying the warm samosas. I'm going to transfer the samosas to a plate, and we have to enjoy samosas while it's warm. That's when it will be crispy and it will taste delicious. We can enjoy it with tomato ketchup, or you can use any of your favorite dipping sauce. Here you have it, guys, 3 amazing dishes that's made with the beef that's cooked in the Instant Pot. So we have made delicious and crispy beef sandwich, beef cutlets and homemade beef samosas. These are truly time saver recipes and can be made ahead of time and are great for parties. So guys, do give these recipes a try and let me know your feedback. If you have liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be back with more Instant Pot cooking videos. Until then, happy cooking, take care and bye.